and maintain a website. Now when to use Instagram, blah, 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 you know. Yeah. All right. So it's a few more things like that. We also have what we call some special projects to promote certain sectors. So for example, there's one particular area near the city, and we want to promote that area as all digital. As you walk past, you can get messages coming to you and say, oh, this shop has a promotion discount. You go into the shop, you can pre-order before you come in. You can do e-payment. You can order and get delivery, blah, 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 you know. So it's quite interesting, yeah. Okay, all right. The next few slides are going to by each industry or sector. The first one is a healthcare. So for each transformation map, we have this kind of like infographics. This is a summary. Of course, there's a detailed map. Basically, each industry transformation map will define some KPIs, some definition.
Mr. Faruk, do you hear me? I think there is a little of signal loss.
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, you're back now.
Yep.
Because there have been a couple of seconds where the signal was lost. So you're back, but we can't see your screen. If you can share again the slide, please.
Oh, yes, okay. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, I hope it wasn't a massive disruption. Things happened. Okay, so I was explaining about industry transformation map. So this is another example, healthcare. All right, next one will be transportation industry. Again, it gives you an idea through infographics about mission, vision, where are they heading towards, you know, what they need to do, some KPIs and all that. Okay, so this is to kickstart. So we have done over the last, by the way, it's not easy to come up with an industry transformation map. It takes about 2 years to come up with one good, solid transformation map. Okay, we have lots of stakeholders coming in, discussing and all that, and you know, sometimes each company wants its own way, another company has its own way. Then government body has to come in and sort of like get the best of a solution and agree upon some things. Right? Okay. Okay, so I've covered quite a fair bit. The last part was about the model. As you can see, the model is not just about government blueprint or government digital plan. Moving forward, you know, a good example from Singapore is that to be successful, the whole digital government is not enough. So we have the whole, in fact, a country, a digital transformation plan actually, you know. Once you have the various components, of course, you could carve out basically the government itself and other things. So I hope this is one example where you could learn, and it's interesting. Not many countries have done that, and it's not easy for them to do as well. Okay, are we good for time?
Yes, excellent. It's we're getting close to hours, which is the preset time. And before answering we have one question to answer. Just would like the attendees before we close this session to just answer 2 polls. One about the preferred timing. Yes, we're talking here about Dubai Muscat time. So just want to know from the participants, what is the preferred timing? It's always a difficult putting it in the middle of the work or after work. So we want to know the preference of the audience. Okay, and then we have one question here from
Yes,
Mr.
yes, we have a question. Yeah.
For the
Yeah, the
benefit.
question is about risk management.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, okay. It's a good question. Let me just quickly read the question. Is there a risk management model or framework to address the specific risks and opportunities in each phase of the digital transformation? The answer is yes. Separately, we have a risk management a framework. We have a risk management framework in the government. That's separate. Of course, I didn't show you that. But when we did the overall project, we have our own risk management thing. Okay, I could cover a bit of that in the next session when I talk a bit about the government side. Within the government, we have quite a few modules or frameworks, and one of them will cover risk management. Again, risk management is one of the attributes of, in short, about governance. You know, a good governance would have a good risk management framework involved, so they can identify risks, they can even prevent or minimize risks, and what actions to take when certain risks happen. So when it comes to digital strategy, we apply the risk and we prioritize and say what we need to do now. You know, if that risk is too high, how we can circumvent or prevent whatever. Okay. So for example, like the transformation maps, we have many industry transformation maps. The government also identified priority industries to be done. Again, this is according to our Singapore requirements, you know. All right. So because let's say we have like 26, 27 industry transformation maps, we want to get ready maybe, you know, 2 or 3, you know, in the first phase. Okay. Okay, there's another question, I think.
The other question is like you have some experience with Oman digital transformation. You have a question, can you rate the readiness and speed of transformation in Oman? The question is also to compare it to the other Gulf regions, the e-Oman portal experience. So I'm not sure if you have, there is any answer to this, these questions.
Yeah, well, I can answer, but my answer will be like when I was last there. So last few years, I haven't been to Oman, so a bit outdated. But I remember when I was there, you know, the good thing was that the Oman e-government rankings was growing faster. They were jumping, you know, and they start to beat the other Gulf countries. I thought that was fantastic. But that was till like 2014, 2015. I thought 2016 was still okay, but after 2016, I didn't really follow. Sorry about that. I was doing I was more in this region, right? So I think Omanis are doing pretty well, and the speed of transformation is reasonably well. Yes, that's quite good. Yeah. Okay. I hope that's answered the question from the, I don't know who's that, anonymous. Whatever it is, I think it's doing well, and keep it up.
Okay. Any other questions from the audience? Any other questions? So I would like to ask you here, thank you for answering the first poll. Here's the last poll about your satisfaction and with this session. So you have any other questions to answer? As we said before, it's the first session of another 5 sessions or to follow. We will inform you about the times and dates, and also it will be a certified course about digital government. The certifying body is the Global E-Policy and E-Governance Institute. So we will inform you, and it's gonna be a more activity course. So it's a combination of an online course and of readings and of also assignments and exercises. So this is just to inform you about the future, what's coming up in the future. Yeah. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we can close this session. and thank you very much for your attendance. Do you have any last word, Faruk?
Yes. You know, I want the next session, the whole course, to be useful to everybody. So if they have a certain project in mind that they want to do, or whether they have started doing something, it's good that they can let us know. So I see how I can help them, you know, to fit into this the rest of the courses. At the same time, you know, like you say, there'll be some assignments or some coursework, and whatever projects they're doing, they could tap on their project. So it's like a win-win situation, you know. They have a project and they can apply that project as part of a coursework or something like that. What do you think?
That's a very good idea. So to apply the learnings on actual projects in the work.
Correct. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Farooq. It was very insightful. I learned a lot, and looking forward to meet with you all guys in the next sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Shukran jazilan. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Hayyakallah.